really happy for our seniors. Certainly, the ability to send them out with a victory in their last home game makes it extra special when they can win all of their home games in their senior year. That certainly was a goal this year. As we laid out our goals, it was to beat Michigan, to win all of our home games, and to win in November. We've clicked off 2 of those goals. We're halfway there on the 3rd. I think I talked about how important it was to run the football in November when teams know that you're going to run the football and exert your will, and I thought we were able to do that today. That had a lot to do with the final score. We rushed for 365 yards. So a lot of good things, a lot of positive things, and also things that we can take from the game that we can build on going into next week's game against Syracuse. So with that, I'll open up the questions.
Just get your hand up, we'll get you a microphone.
Coach, obviously Brandon starting for the first time in 6 weeks. You could see the emotion running out there on senior night. What did the victory and what did the game he had, what does that mean to him?
What does it mean to him?
Yeah.
He's a competitor. I mean, first and foremost, he wants to win for his teammates. He wants to win for Notre Dame. He's a great teammate. He's been that way all year, whether he's in a starting role or a backup role. So, that's why I took a time out to take him out of the game, because he deserves that kind of recognition for him to step in and he led our football team when we needed him. So he should feel great about what. Look, it's not an individual game. There's only 2 players out there, but he had a big hand in it tonight.
You came out throwing a lot early, it seemed. Was the game plan there just to get him comfortable with some throws?
Yeah, we're trying to attack a defense, but we're also trying to be smart in utilizing the strengths of a quarterback that we feel can accurately do the things that we want him to do. And that the game plan was solid. We wanted to get off to a great start. We did. Our defense helped us get off to a great start. With the early interception, we were able to get 7 on the board. We get a great throw, and we were able to get off to a great start.
Brian, was the most significant thing about tonight just the ability to run the ball against a good run defense in a way that maybe you hadn't done this year, certainly not with the current configuration of the offensive line?
I think there were 2 things. One, the ability to go and have Brandon Wimbush come in and start well, get off to a good start and gain momentum. I don't think if you get off to a good start and you don't get that momentum, it kind of gets lost kind of in what happens in the game. I think that then kind of would be the second thing is the ability to run the football when they knew we were going to run the football against a group that's been stingy against everybody all year.
Do you get a sense like why that clicked tonight at a little bit higher level?
There's a number of factors. I think there was an emphasis that was placed on some things that put us in a better position. Look, I think when you talk about running the football, it's time and place. Our running game is tied into so many different RPOs that if you drop down, 2 extra defenders, we're throwing it out, and then it's not a run anymore. It's a pass, and so it gets lost in it. Tonight there were fair numbers, and in those fair numbers we're able to run the football. So I don't want to get into a long conversation here, but when it was fair, we were able to run the football, and that's what we're going to have to do when we get teams that want to play 2 high safeties against us.
What's sort of the plan for being this week? What are the points of the week where you need to know, can you go, can you not? And sort of what's your expectation?
Well, who says Ian's the starter? I thought Wimbush was great today. Did you guys think he was great? I think we start a controversy right now and get this thing rolling, so you guys got plenty of stuff to for the week, because you guys will be bored just talking about one guy. Yeah, I don't know about that, so we'll see. I think I like Wimbush right now. We'll see.
Coach, you're coming off a 2-game road trip. You come home today for a quick stay, and then your next 2 weeks are on the road. How do you keep the guys fresh and focused on the end game here?
Look, they've known this schedule. You know, we've been preparing for November since October. You know, and I don't mean that in a smart way. It's just that they know that this has been coming, and you know, our practices have reflected that. I think our kids are in a good place physically. Knock on wood, I think we got out of today with any major issues. We feel good about where we are physically and mentally. We can handle a road trip to New York. I don't think that's gonna be much of an issue. So we knew where we were gonna be at this time. I think we've taken the right steps along the way. Our guys are mentally prepared for it.